Okay, and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time, Europa Universalis 4 in our chill Ottoman game, where we got some people diplovassalized, and then I think we're going to go invade a Chinese country. Subject's going well, levity. Yeah, getting a little uppity. We can work with that. It's not going to be too much of a problem. Probably just means I need to increase the army size, which we can do. Add another 3 major units in. Okay, while those guys are building, we're going to work on our diplomacy. In theory, also, building up our army may help with suppressing the growing resistance movement to us. We're just scary enough the resistance movement will dissolve. Actually makes sense to grab military tech. We're having unrest problems with our subjects. Taking military tech will calm them down. May even maybe them diplo tech ahead of us. No, that's not coming to play yet. Let's hold a little bit off on diplo tech then. Stick ban. Fine. We've got new cannon types, but I haven't. Okay. There we go. Coalition falling apart. Someone finally remind them of who they were coalitioning against, and they've all thought better of it. There goes the coalition. This reminds me of the Sun Tzu quote of the best way to defeat thine enemy is to defeat their will to fight. Something along the lines of that. Is it still at war? Yeah. I think Sienna just gave me a gift. Kind-hearted. Sends gifts more often. Another person. Okay, we vassalized them already, so we can run them to an island. Good to know that Shun here has... not Shun. Shun! Chinese dynasties and their very similar names sometimes. Now, I know I won't be able to vassalize the Pope. Regardless, the Pope is the Pope. The Pope won't accept vassalization, so when it comes time to take the Pope will have to be taken through imperialistic means. No, I can't deploy next to them. Bring you in. Are we at the point where we can annex you? Yes. It's not really the direction I want to go, though, actually. Let's try to go a different direction. Because ideally we want to go up the trade lanes. We don't quite control enough of the Western Mediterranean for that to be a good way to go. Reading them doesn't make a lot of pain. Diplomat, promote Islet. Claim a guarantee here. Okay, now we just need to trade in the trust. We have full opinion with 6 short. So yeah, if we could get a little closer to them, we should be able to add them, which then will allow us to add Goatland and so on and so forth. But that's not going to be enough. No. Okay. So I think it's time to start a war here in the east. Ooh, vassal of the... Actually, I think we're going to declare on Viet. So we got a bunch of troops over here. Oh, actually, some of the diet first. What's the diet want? Manufacturing somewhere. Cool. Definitely do that. Any manufacturer. Yeah. In the Viet. Reconquest. We can co-belligerent Malacca. I don't think it's worth co-belligerent Malacca. So we've got to figure out if we're even going to go down there. How's generals looking? Get 4 more generals? These are level 4 forts. I'm going to double stack the armies. Siege them down faster. Okay. Let those armies get under route, doing what they're doing. Yeah, we don't know how many more Umaras complete. We need to complete an Umara, going Umara ones. This one we're waiting for United Islam, which means we need to actually invade Spain at some point. Take more territory off of them. Breaking the von Habsburgs, we're getting pretty close to. If we can give Tyrol its states back, then we'll completely break the Habsburgs there. Then the hard part is going to be shrinking the HRE. So Malacca's answered the call. I don't know how we're going to get down to Malacca. In practice. Because we don't really got a good fleet east of Sinai. Which is something I could take time to fix. It's not something I can take time to fix, it's something I could take time to fix. Tender rebels, that's fine. Any other small people on the border that we could poke at? Not Salzburg because they're an elector. Okay. If they're not outraged, maybe. Tyrol, do you have... On Austria, okay, so you got claims on all the stuff in Austria. That's all your cores. So that's all your cores. We can get cores back to people... Oh, we're waiting for trust time. We haven't quite diplomatized them yet. Once we get them diplomatized, we'll make them into a islet, and then that'll allow us to get into things like Mulhouse. Siege is going well. Yeah, we get another round of forts, and that's... No, Tribudates don't count. Well, Bengal's having a bad day with someone. Facing the drawing, Vietnamese army to the south. Okay, they retreat into their tributary. Time to... Well, we still got 4 more years of cost decreases we can take away, so we're not in a rush for those. To be fair, as we grab more and more of these, this should close the gap as far as vassalization is concerned with some people. we can send those favors. Well, I suppose we've got... Oh, no, you don't... No, you have cores, yeah, so we can move into Bohemia for you. We got Gotland. Forms is open to it. No. Not enough trust. It's actually worth currying favors with them to get their trust up, I suppose, at this point. Yeah, apparently didn't help us get closer to Gotland. It did let us get closer to Mulhouse. If they weren't free city. Okay. More and more I'm being denied by the intricacies of the Empire itself. Anyway, we might be able to negotiate a very successful deal once their last fort falls. Okay, subject is you. Tributary state. Okay, we don't need to break off your tributaries, you can keep your tributaries. Yep, just waiting for that fort to fall. We do have military access to the tributary here, so we'll be able to just crush the guy in units in the tributary. Oh, and you're getting bonus warfare from Malacca. That's what's going on there. Don't know if we're able to march into Malacca. Depends on if they got military access through Atakoilu. As I'm almost certainly pronouncing Atakoilu wrong. Atathea? Atathea. Viet. We're not accepting a peace offer. I'm not sure what we'd due to Malacca. To be fair, I'm not sure how much we're going to be able to get against Malacca. Oh, apparently Malacca has exactly 1 fort. Well, that's Malacca being done. No, actually Malacca has... Why on one map mode shows... Oh, I don't know. Okay, I have more than 1 fort. So I'll go take some of the forts. I don't know if we're going to get enough war score in the northern portion. We're not going to cross the strait. With our current non-existent fleet in the area, we've got foot troops, and foot troops. And while you can do wonders sometimes with foot troops, there's only so much you can do for foot troops. Neutral attitude is -20. That does mean Moravia here is vulnerable to side swapping from the Empire to me. So let's spend a diplomat improving them. That'll probably do... No, because they got promoted to elector status. Friendly attitude. If we get enough trust. Granted, I said that with Riga and Gotland, and that didn't pan out. But it may still eventually pan out with them if I ever. What? Admin 18. We're gonna take vassalization or espionage set, I think. Blackmailing plus Royal Commission Act is real nice. Spy action cost is also fairly nice. Aggressive mission down is nice. Siege ability, another diplomat. Doing a lot of diplo vassalizing. We want the diplomats. Can we go around? No. Okay. Let's unstack our armies for the moment, so they just stop taking attrition. So they're not willing to accept our maximalist war goals. Well, they're allies in the war. They're still crossing the fingers and hoping that Malacca will come to save them. It's not going to help. It's not going to work, but it doesn't stop them from crossing their fingers and hoping for the best. And we're going to have more wars in China, obviously, because I think we still have more cores to play off of. So Shu can start something with Wu. Liang can start something with Shun and Wu. So we definitely got a war with Wu here. That's not ideal. Seems someone else is also at war with Malacca. We're not going to be able to cross the strait, but we can at least take the capital down. In which case they'll probably negotiate. Not for much, because it's only the capital, but... Getting close to government reform. What's the next government reform? Oh yes, this one. So we're going to go Leviathan, because we got lots of subjects. Once we start to... Well, I keep saying we're trying to get rid of our subjects. That's not happening quickly. but okay, I'd lose my core, but that's fine. We'll lose the core because Naples isn't. Okay, well, I can spend it either way. So we're gonna spend some of this to get the stockpiled resources spent a little bit. Nope, don't want to roll alliance with Bengal, unless Bengal has just been shattered into 1,000 pieces. And the answer to that is no. They're smaller, not small enough. Wish I could execute them. That's... Bad events be bad events sometimes. These are pretty expensive releases. I don't think we're going to get the releases. We'll see what we can get. Apparently got some heretic provinces to work with. Ward of the Fort stormed, which costs a lot of men, but ends the war much quicker. Yeah, so actually I could free one. Maybe. Nah, it'd have to be this one. Oh, no, they're not even bored with that. Yeah. Actually, they're more on board with this one, because this one, you want to hang around that long. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe. Just maybe. I'm in Moravia. No, this is one you guys mentioned there, okay. So yeah, we could vassalize them, but it's gonna take a while for their opinion to get high enough. You know, same with Silesia. These are not our subjects, they're just Ottoman Green. Okay, we need to convince the Ottoman Green country to become actual Ottoman Green so that I don't get them confused with territory that's already ours. Austria is no longer considered a great power. Oh, poor Austria. How the mighty have fallen. To be fair, I think it's actually because Emperor's caught up with us because of the tech spreading we've been doing in India. Totally see that being the case. Almost. This one here might be close enough we might be able to diplomatize. That's why I'm aiming for that one. Probably so after we get Vietnam, which we probably will. Oh. Our choice went away. Oh, it must have been cores that just expired. Okay. That's a shame. People that wanted it free can't be freed anymore. War operations, a bunch of money for me then. Gonna wait for a diplomat to get back. We'll take the curry ferries back, guy, as well, because we'll need more diplomats for what we're about to do. Okay, returned all those cores to Chinese people. Cool, the Chinese nation of ours. Release a bunch of subjects. Okay. War operations, pile of ducats. And then Sampi here. Offer alliance. We'd be able to vassalize them if we didn't have that malice. It's a temporary malice, so it's going to go away, but in 8 years we'd be able to vassalize them. We'll probably be able to vassalize them sooner due to diplomatic reputation gain from other stuff, but we'll see. You know, I'm just going to burn the Diplo points by getting all the offers, or alliances that I want right now. Okay, so all the nations we just freed are really good targets for diplomatization. France still at war, France is still at war. Because one of their colonies got conquered, apparently. They have cores on both Chagatai and Wu. Cores are what we like to see, because cores we can chase down with Reconquista wars and not having to call them in. No, we are suffering. We're so far out that it takes more time for our diplomat to get there and back. than the minimum cooldown on a Diplo reaction, Diplo action. Next year, so January here, we're gonna take our techs. Global trade is the next tech. Decent possibility that we're gonna be the target for global trade. 92. Yeah, we're the biggest trade now, so we'll probably be the one who gets it. Either that or it'll be delayed if it doesn't target us. Oh, there we go. Complete that. Ability 2, 6 government forms, yep. Unlock the Ottoman tax system. Sign the codification. Or not now. That's the alternative here to aristocratic court, which is providing diplo reputation, which we want right now, so not now. Yeah, not now. So we can use that to grab Leviathan. Making a lot more of our subjects loyal. I assume some of our new subjects, yeah, have cores on other people we can attack. Oh, and we can bring these diplomats back so they can move on to the next target, and then the next target, then the next target. And when we start to run low on targets to vassalize again, that's when we go for the next war. Oh, let's die Viet. I thought I freed that one. I thought I freed Khmer. Didn't, apparently. Okay. Bring someone in instead of promoting these guys to outlets. Okay. Now diplomats work on those guys. Almost certainly Viet is almost certainly too big, yeah. How short are we? 10. Okay, so no. We're gonna have to wait for the Diplo reputation one to fall off. 15th of 1600? 1603, okay. Oh, fun. So we're going to start the diplomats down here, too. Yep. Diplomats keep rolling. Look at the time. It's probably time that I go ahead and put a part break in. We're having so much fun diplomatizing people instead of actually fighting any wars, but progress is, in its own way, being made. Okay. Those played. We do have a couple good places for these, now that we've presumably probably manufactured to take good places. Okay. And then some wonders. Remembering to spend my money before we end the part here. Okay, so I hope you've all been enjoying. This is where I'm going to go ahead and end this part. I think we'll start up the next part, probably with setting up the trade companies, because I've been procrastinating on setting trade companies up. That way we know which places we can make full cores, which places we need to leave as trade companies, to maximize our merchants. We can probably get more merchants. We only got 4 merchants right now. Figure out how much of the stuff in here we can work with. And then we're working on trying to vassalize and goes in here. Once the Diplo reputation malice wears off, we'll be able to do Sampi. I wouldn't be surprised if once the Diplo vassalization stuff wears off, we'd be so big that we might be able to vassalize some of the guys in here as well. Riga and Gotland. We'll see with those ones. Not so sure with those ones. But yeah, this is where the part's going to end. Wish you all the best of luck, good time, and bye for now.